Hey guys, welcome back to Candy Beauty. So today we're going to be taking a look at the new Bath & Body Works 2025 Everyday Luxuries. I have all of the 7 fragrance mists. I believe there are some more coming out as well later on. I think there's going to be like a round 2 or maybe even a round 3 with men's cologne and then like some other everyday luxuries that haven't come out yet. But I did want to get this video up because last year I kind of putzed around. I never ended up posting anything. And like, honestly, some of the ones last year were my favorite. I love If You Musk. I love the, is it Covered in Roses or Petal Parade? And then I'm a big fan of the Oh Cherry. I wasn't a big fan of Viva Vanilla. I actually prefer I think it's newer, the Vanilla Romance that they have out now a lot more. I just feel like it's a more true vanilla scent. I feel like Viva Vanilla had more woodsy, more like sort of other things going on, and the Vanilla Romance is more of like a Cali straight vanilla, or I would even say like Vanilla Skin by Fleur. I think I'm leaning towards more KLE vanilla, but I do like the Vanilla Romance. Wasn't a big fan of the Viva Vanilla. They're bringing a few of them back. I'm not sure exactly which ones they're bringing back. I think Covered in Roses is one. I'm not sure about the cherry one, and I'm not really sure. I think they're bringing back Viva Vanilla, but I'm not really sure. They're keeping a few of them, and then they're adding new ones, and then they're adding new ones again. So it'll be an interesting year with Bath & Body Works. I am a Bath & Body Works junkie. I just never like post on it because I feel like I get overwhelmed, because usually when I like get stuff, I get a lot of stuff. I definitely have been hitting up the semi-annual sale, but I am this year striving to post more Bath & Body Works content. So anyways, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, tap that bell so you can be notified of all the videos, and give this video a thumbs up. I am doing a giveaway that will be ending probably end of January or middle of February. So don't forget to comment, share your thoughts, don't be shy, introduce yourself. Welcome to the fam, and let's get right into it because we do have 7 whole new fragrances to go into. All right, so I don't believe there's been an actual like Bath & Body Works cheat sheet that's come out. Last year they had like a actual sheet that I don't know if like an employee leaked, but it was basically like listing all of the fragrances that the Everyday Luxuries were dupes for. That being said, I do feel like it's open to interpretation. Some of the Everyday Luxury, is it Signature Collection or just Everyday Luxury? Some of the ones that came out in 2024 last year, I felt like were not spot on exact dupes. I felt like they could have been like open for interpretation, maybe a little of this, maybe a little of that. And quite honestly, I kind of feel like there are some this year that are spot on, but then also some that could be like 1 or 2 or 3 different dupe fragrances. But we'll get into that in a little bit. These do retail for $18.95. I do believe this year they're coming out with not just like last year, they just came out with these fragrance mists. And these do retail for $18.95. They are made in, I don't know where they're made. I don't even think it says where they're made, but they are distributed by Bath & Body Works, which is in Ohio. And then you get 8 fluid ounces to 136 milliliters. Also, in the past, like their regular Bath & Body Works fine fragrance mists, I do have a bunch of them I've collected over the years. Some I like better than others. I always feel like they kind of have this like background sort of like musk or like, I don't know. However, with Everyday Luxuries, I didn't notice that as much. And quite honestly, with these new 2025 ones, I feel like there's none of that. So I do feel like the quality has even upped since last year's Everyday Luxury fragrances. And like I said, I had gotten some of them. I never did a video on them or a review. And then some of them I ended up returning because I wasn't a big fan of them. And then some of them I kept. And then also, if you never got them, some of them are on sale right now. And I don't know if it's part of the semi-annual sale or if they're just on sale. But when I went into store to grab these, I noticed If You Musk was only $3 or $4. I think Some of the other ones that aren't coming back were definitely $3 or $4. So if there is a fragrance that you are really into last year, I do highly suggest going in store. I think online, a lot of them are sold out, but I could be wrong about that. I will link them if I can. I know in the past, I don't think I was able to ever link Bath & Body Works items, but if I can, I will. Or even just list the ones from last year and the ones from this year. But we are going to start out with this baby. This is Aqua Hour. First thing that comes to mind is Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that the right way. But I also feel like there's some other things in here as well. Like it could be a dupe for, I feel like this one is the most open for interpretation that I've noticed. Now, most of these fragrances this year, I actually have had or do have. So I feel like I'm also like able to review them a little bit better, because a lot of the ones last year I didn't really have in my collection as far as what they were dupes for. But this year I feel like I've definitely experienced the real, not just the real, but the one that they're supposed to be impressionating or, you know, duping. I do get the Armani, but I'm also thinking, so I don't think it's Tom Ford, okay? But there are other people that are saying that it could be Tom Ford Neroli Portofino. For me, I feel like Tom Ford Neroli Portofino is more citrusy, more summerish. I feel like this stays true to more of an aquatic scent. Something about this, I could be completely wrong, you guys, but I just want to pull up my notes because I have been taking notes as I've been spritzing these on my body. And that's why I didn't post this right away when I first got them. A lot of Bath & Body Works stores, I guess, do not have these yet. They definitely are not available online. I don't know if that'll change by the time they go up, by the time this video goes up, I mean. But I'm also getting Nautica Voyage from this. I'm also getting Adventus, Creed Adventus. And then this is a fetch, but some of the notes in here, oh, and did I mention the notes? Let me just zoom in. It is watery, bergamot, fresh peony, and salty cedar wood. Bath & Body Works, I feel like, does do a fantastic job of highlighting the notes, but not like specifically saying exactly the notes, because I'm getting other things as well. I do get a little bit of like airiness, a little bit of citrus, but those would be definitely the bottom, like almost under notes. I almost want to say that this is really reminding me of a more aquatic version of Issey Miyake. I feel like Issey Miyake is a little bit more floral, a little bit more robust, but I'm getting like a couple of different things. And I think it's Nautica Voyage. It smells exactly like one of the Nautica fragrances that I used to get all the time. Definitely Armani. I don't, me personally, get the Tom Ford so much because the Tom Ford Portofino is one of my favorites from Tom Ford, but I don't get that as much. I do want to compare this to some of the fineries. They say like Before the Rainbow could be similar. There's also another aquatic men's cologne, and I can't think of the name of it that I'm getting. So I feel like this will be like up in the air. I can't wait. I'm hoping that Bath & Body Works releases that like cheat sheet again, or somebody leaks it so that we can know for sure what these are intended to be dupes for. But yeah, that's my first impressions on this. I really do get like Issey Miyake. Oh, Cool Water. Cool Water. That's the one I'm thinking of too. Okay. So yeah, for me, this could be Cool Water. I don't think it's Tom Ford, but maybe I could be wrong. And here's the thing with fragrance. It's all up to interpretation anyways. One person might think it smells exactly like Tom Ford. The other person might say, no way, you know, so it's like all But if you like Cool Water, if you like the Nautica fragrances, if you are a fan of Armani, I'm pretty sure this is probably trying to dupe Armani. Although Adventus is a very expensive fragrance, so I could see it being that, but I feel like there's more complexity, more like just different notes in Adventus Creed. So I don't know. This one is like the most up in the air for me that I'm really not sure of. It could very much be Armani. That's a very popular fragrance. But then if you're going for like a dupe for something really expensive, you know, maybe the Creed or maybe the Cool Water. It definitely is more aquatic than Issey Miyake, but there is a strong pull that just keeps pulling me into Issey Miyake for some reason. So again, the notes are watery bergamot, fresh peony, and salty cedarwood on this one. And this is Aqua Hour. Okay, next we have the fragrance Midnight Addiction, which I do feel like this is gonna be one of the more popular fragrances in the line. The fragrance notes are ripe plum, rich almond flower, and addictive coffee bean. This just feels so like cozy. Everybody is saying that this is straight up YSL Black Opium. I own all of the Black Opiums. And for me, I think this is like, I mean, it could be Black Opium. For me, this is not a dead-on dupe if it's Black Opium. I'm getting a little more spice, a little bit less like chemical-ish. Like Black Opium, I feel like kind of has like a little bit of a chemical note to it. And this is definitely more like spicy or earthy and definitely sweeter than Black Opium. I even have the newer Black Opium. I think it's the cherry or the Black Opium red. And this is even sweeter than that one. I'm not getting very much floral out of this at all. I definitely smell the coffee. Would have loved if there was more coffee because I'm just such a fan. For me, this is almost giving like Replica by the Fireside. I'm also getting Marshmallow Fireside from Bath & Body Works in this. It could be also like a hint of one of the Tom Fords or Kayali. I think Kayali came out with a coffee one not that long ago. I haven't smelt that in person, but I could see this possibly being very similar to that because it's got that spiciness. Like, you know how Kayali fragrances have that like spicy robustness to them? So for me, I feel like this is definitely Black Opium probably, but for me, it's like a twist of a Black Opium. And I actually prefer this better than Black Opium. So I'm happy because like I said, I own all the Black Opiums, or I own all of the YSL. I also kind of am getting maybe one of the sniff fragrances in here. Or like Billie Eilish. But if I had to choose one that I would say would be like the most, I would say YSL for sure. And then possibly like Replica by the Fireside. It's almost like a sweeter version of Marshmallow Fireside. Oh, I can't find it. I want to say somebody had said that one of these reminded them of Dark Kiss by Bath & Body Works. Or maybe it was Into the Night. I don't know. This is delicious though. Like the perfect like winter fall fragrance because it's definitely got that cozy, like you just want to snuggle up in a blanket. Gosh, I almost want to say that to me, in my opinion, this smells more like By the Fireside or By the Fireplace. Is it By the Fireside or By the Fireplace? I have it too. You know what? Hold please. I'm going to go grab it because honestly, the more I'm smelling this, I just took it for YSL, but like after like wearing this a few days, I'm thinking maybe it's not YSL. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. So, I'm sorry. I had to spray the perfume. Oh my gosh. She's sneezing up a storm over here. I'm sorry, babes. I'm sorry. I won't spray anymore, okay? I promise. Honestly, you guys, this is like so close. So close. I would say this is definitely, if you put YSL Black Opium and Replica by the Fireplace together, it would be this. So I actually prefer this to I will wear this more than my YSL Black Opium. I really love this fragrance. I think it's a very robust and very complex for coming from the Bath & Body Works line. It's like a more vanilla-y version of this and like Black Opium. Again though, Black Opium has some different notes. Gosh, I can't wait to find out what these are really dupes for, but I do know a couple. They're spot on. Let's move to a spot on one. I probably shouldn't have done it in this order because I feel like again though, even last year's collection, a lot of them could have been like a couple different things, like the If You Musk. I got Glossier from that. I got a little bit of Ariana Cloud from that. So I feel like they are pretty spot on, but I feel like if you don't particularly like YSL Black Opium, you still might really like this because this is just a beautiful fragrance, especially like I said, for this time of year. If you are a gourmand girl, if you like Tom Ford, if you like Kelly, if you like Kilian, I think you would really, really love this. Okay, so the next one we have is Loyal to You. And this has notes of sweet lemon blossom, orange flower, and vanilla marshmallow. And you guys, this is a dupe for like my favorite fragrance right now, which is, without a doubt, it is 100% spot on a dupe. Like exactly when I smell these, I'm actually out. And so I've just been using this travel one I got for Christmas, but I need to get a full size. But actually now I don't need to get a full size because this is spot on 100% a dupe for this. Spot on, dupe, 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 dupe. So maybe I won't get the full size now. Maybe I'll just get like a smaller size. I know Sephora had like a little travel pack, so maybe I'll just get that instead. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just switch over to this completely. The only thing with this, I would say it might be a tinge a little bit more lemony. And I wouldn't say is as strong. It's not as, it doesn't have as much base to the fragrance, but it's definitely spot on 100%. The only thing I can think of that would be a little bit similar, but again, it's definitely Devotion, without a doubt, dupe for Devotion. The only thing that I could say that it would be also a little bit similar to, or if you are a fan of, is the, it's not Love Don't Be Shy, but the other loving one, Can't Stop Loving You by Kilian. It a little bit reminds me of that. And I think the notes on that are Orange Blossom as well. And then I think like Orange Blossom Honey and then Cistus or something, I want to say, which is one of my favorite Kilian fragrances as well. A little bit reminds me of that, but it's without a doubt spot on dupe for Dolce and Gabbana Devotion. That's a mouthful. Like 3 Dolce and Gabbana Devotion. Definitely spot on dupe. And then also like the name definitely gives it away. Loyal to You. You know, so definitely dupe for that without a doubt. Okay, and also I mentioned them coming out with more. I believe there is one called Pistachio Glaze. Don't quote me on this, but supposedly, rumor has it, there are ones coming out called Pistachio Glaze, which is supposed to be Cali Pistachio, I believe. I mean, if it was Laura Mercier Creme de Pistache, oh my god, but I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's probably Kaylee Pistachio, just because, or Pistachio Gelato, just because that's such a popular fragrance right now. There is, like I said, some men's ones, I believe, and there is one that's, I guess maybe, so there might be one called Sweetest Song, which that might end up being the Billie Eilish dupe. I'm hoping. And then there is supposedly, rumor has it, one called Strawberry Flirt, which to me, that's either going to be probably like Cry, Baby Cry, by Melanie Martinez, or more likely it's gonna be the Fleur Strawberry Letter, which I love that, so I'm hoping it's the Fleur. And then there is also supposed to be one coming out that is called All Eyes on Her. I don't think that one has come out yet. Yeah, there's one supposed to be coming out that's called All Eyes on Her, and I think it's supposed to maybe be Burberry Her, but none of this is like confirmed or whatever. These are just like what everybody's chatting about, so I don't really know for sure. All I know is the ones that I have that are supposed to be coming out, and I don't even know when these are coming out, sometime in January. But so we have Guilty as Fig, which is our next one. And a lot of people are saying, so this is Fig Nectar, Lush Jasmine, and Creamy Musk. I really don't get the fig in this at all. I get more of the nectar and the musk. It's very fresh. It's a very pleasant, like airy, fresh kind of a scent. I don't get the creaminess. There's definitely some musk, but it's just like a really nice, like fresh springtime scent in my opinion. It's really nice. But I don't get creaminess. I don't get any kind of sweetness in this at all. I don't even get the, like, I guess fig nectar would be more of a nectar anyways, but I really don't get any like kind of like fig smell from this at all. And then I guess this is supposed to be, it could be Fleur Father Figure. It could be Fleur Father Figure because I know that's like a really popular fragrance, but quite honestly, I'm not getting Fleur from this. I think this reminds me of a Jo Malone, like the Fig and, is it Fig and Lotus? Yeah, this reminds me more of the Fig and Lotus, or even there is an Elizabeth Arden scent that's fig. There's like, it doesn't smell like fig to me at all though. It almost reminds me of like one of the clean fragrances, like Clean Skin or Clean Rain a little bit. There's not much floral in this. It's a beautiful scent. I just, quite honestly, I think this is the Jo Malone dupe. If I had to choose between Jo Malone and Fleur, I would pick Jo Malone as far as the way it smells to me. But as far as popularity and what Bath & Body Works is probably trying to market and go for, I would say Fleur Father Figure. Just because the Jo Malone scent has been around for a while. It's an oldie but a goodie, but like the Fleurs are like so popular. And since they're coming out with another possible Fleur dupe, the Strawberry Fleur, that makes me feel like maybe this is Fleur, but then again, maybe it's not, because if that's Fleur, then maybe this is the Jo Malone dupe. But there's also an Elizabeth Arden, I want to say Fig and, what is it called? Hold on. Green Tea and Fig, I believe, and that could be it too. So I'm not sure about this one. You guys all need to like let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. So I think I went over and like just, you can usually tell just by the notes. Like a lot of these, like I said, I own the Jo Malone. I also own the Fleur Father Figure. But like when you look at the notes, you can pretty much tell like, oh, this is gonna be similar to this, you know? Okay, our next one is like one of my favorite all-time fragrances. This is Seeing Rouge, and this is without a doubt, well, let me just highlight the notes. I feel like the notes don't do it justice. Again, the Bath & Body Works trying to do some trickery, so we don't really know what it is for sure. But this is blackcurrant buds, sweet saffron, amber woods. And this is a wonderful, marvelous dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. I love Baccarat Rouge 540. I don't particularly think that Dossier is a great dupe of this. The Mimic is okay. I'd have to say, if you want a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540, I mean, there's a lot of dupes out there, but I prefer this over the Mimic, and I prefer this over the Dossier. is just, it's beautiful. I'll probably wear this like out. I probably should get another one of these. Well, maybe I should wait until next. Now that I know, I never thought in a million years, let me know if I'm the only one. I never thought in a million years that Bath and Body Works was going to discontinue the other Everyday Luxuries, let alone have them on sale. Like, they've been on sale now for a while. So I'm like super excited about that because I really prefer the 2025 line so far to the 2024. And so I'm hoping that these are going to go on sale like towards the end of 2025, like Christmas, like they did with the 2024 line. And then in the semi-annual sale, because I will be stocking up on this and probably Midnight Addiction and definitely Loyal to You. Oh, there's just so many hits with this. I'm loving the ones that they picked this year. Loving them. Oh, so good. So good. So good. Okay, this one I have heard the least about. This is You're Cheeky, and the notes are pink peppercorn, warm almond flour, and vanilla bean. Honestly, for me, so Leah Janae had said that, because she has a video out on these already, she's like, I think she must know somebody there because she's always out with like the newness like first. I don't know how she does it, but I gotta give her credit because she is on top of her game. This is, I don't know. For me, I get the peppercorn more than anything else. There's a little bit of vanilla. I don't really smell the almond flour at all. I'd have to say this is probably one of my like least favorite ones so far. But anyway, so she had said that in her video, she had said that she was thinking this is Carolina Herrera Good Girl Blush or like the pink shoe one. I honestly have never been a fan of the Carolina Herrera fragrances, so I don't really know. Okay, so last but not least, we have Madame Mystique, which I don't know if this is my least favorite or if the You're Cheeky is. This has notes of bright red berries, rose petals, and sultry woods. Oh, I don't like this. If you like more sophisticated classic fragrances, like I'm getting like Chanel, Dior. The berry note for me does not fall at the top. It's definitely towards like the middle or the bottom. And I don't get really any, I'm getting like maybe like neroli or patchouli. I don't really smell the rose. I feel like the notes are off on this one. From what, there is berry in here, but I'm not getting a ton of it. This sort of reminds me of Paco Rabanne Lady Million. YSL Montparis, maybe. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this one, quite honestly, but this is definitely a more mature fragrance. Like if you are somebody that likes, typically is into Dior fragrances, Chanel fragrances, YSL, this is gonna be in your wheelhouse. And then I just had a thought for You're Cheeky. This also reminds me a little bit of Juliet Has a Gun. And then like the coloring is red like Juliet Has a Gun. So anyway, some of these I'm pretty definitive on. I would have to say the ones that are like the most, I really don't really could go either way are these. I think that this is probably, like I said, a Chanel dupe, a Dior dupe, or a YSL dupe, because it's just got that mature, you know, something that my mother or my grandmother might wear. And that's not to say like, I hate even saying that because a lot of younger people like those types of scents, but that's just like what comes to mind when I smell Madame Mystique. And also the name, like Madame Mystique, like I'm getting like, I'm definitely getting like Dior or Chanel vibes from just the name alone. So I do think it is a dupe for one of those, but I could be wrong. It could be YSL too. Gosh, I think that's all. And then I just, again, I thought maybe this could be a little bit, it smells a little bit like Juliet Has a Gun. But it's definitely more pepperier. So I'm not sure. But if you guys know, definitely let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if you agree or disagree, if you've been able to smell these in store. I am open to hearing everybody's opinion. I know these are like the talk of the town right now. Everybody's excited about them. Everybody's talking about them. So don't be shy. Leave a comment down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I am going to try this year to do more Bath & Body Works videos. I'm getting more back into fragrance. Like I said, I was like a little off with my senses for a few years. So I kind of had to put like fragrance to the side, but I'm getting back into it now. So hopefully I can share more of that kind of stuff with you guys as well. And let me know, because typically I do makeup reviews, makeup videos. I do shop with me's. But if you guys like these types of videos, definitely don't be shy. Let me know down in the comments below, yay or nay. And again, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.